And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
'Tis done.
That was certainly worthwhile.
We have done what we set out to do, and that is well enough.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
This party is fit for adventure. Our strengths complement each other well.
No challenge is beyond our combined might.
Indeed, you are correct.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne, yet not to claim the truth. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, but they are not dealt with. They're stoked. Regardless, do well not to invite mistrust.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by...
Goblins, Master! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Come, follow my example! A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
I'm ready for patrol. Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste the steel.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
I mislike the look of this. Do not test me.
No one can defend themselves when grappling happens.
What more can be done?
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! Might await us on the road ahead.
Strong force arisen. Fight on, and victory shall be ours. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait right there.
Let me get that.
How dare you!
A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'm in awe of your powers of detection. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here.
What's this? We're trapped. to think we'd encounter one here of a...
Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard. Strike fast and true, and our glory shall fall.
Arisen, are you alright? The foe worthy of caution. Not save our best will win.
Understood.
The arm! Now bring it down and taste our fury. Would you lend me a hand?
We can ill afford to rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully to determine our best opportunity.
Seems we have a great well.
Why do we not use their rage to our advantage?
I am well aware of it.
It's time we made for the capital. Take course for the
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
There ought not to be water here. I have an ill feeling about this.
Have you taken leave of your senses, Arisen?
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
From bad to worse.
We've got goblins!
Most impressive, Master.
Our foe is not yet routed.
That was certainly worthwhile. Well done, Master.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortals. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
See people in such high spirits.